Hello, everybody out there in YouTube. We are the Middle Age Guys, and it is Tuesday, known as Trailer Tuesday, January 30th, 2018. I am the Reverend.
The theme here.
And I'm Gray Mouse One.
If you can't tell by the setup that we've got going on right now with the preview, we have a brand new trailer that we're going to be talking about. All right. And for this particular one, it is the official trailer, the first official trailer that was dropped by Marvel Studios for Antman and the Wasp, which is set to be coming out July, I believe, of this year. All right. Yeah. So if you're going to go ahead and you're going to follow along, it's the actual, the official one off of Marvel Studios' official YouTube channel. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go through. We're going to give our reactions right now as we watch through it, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about it and geek out a little bit afterwards. All right. And for the benefit of the guys who are in this video who are going to be watching along, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, and play.
I just have one question.
Bridge.
When Cap needed help, if I'd asked you, would you have come?
Civil War flashbacks.
Well, why not?
But if you had, you'd have never been caught.
Oh, shots fired!
Yeah, shots fired.
I do some dumb things, and the people I love the most, they pay the price.
Hank Pym.
We had to run. We're still running.
Oh no, the whole building.
Hey, that's one way to take your business on the go.
Oh,
Morpheus is in this.
Morpheus, yeah.
man, you're driving a Mercedes SUV.
Oh,
Well, there it goes.
Not actually. Damn.
Ant-Man. Oh,
and it's going to
What,
be
they
Giant Man.
Wait. They put Rodimus Prime in this?
I think
Rodimus Prime, by the way.
I think that was actually just a Scion with purple flames on it.
wow.
And knives don't fly that way.
Wow, look at this.
Hold on, you gave her wings?
And blasters.
So I take it you didn't have that tech available for me.
No, I did. I did.
Okay, that is pretty fucking cool.
That
That's,
is fucking hilarious.
that's messed up. No. That's a little messed up. You get
That's
Hello
comic.
Kitty Pez machine.
A Hello Kitty Pez.
That's what I'm saying. A Hello Kitty Pez machine coming at you.
That's the one thing. Okay, all right.
How do you become the unlucky individual on the face of the planet that gets, okay, you get tankers, no, you get maybe even fucking Sparklets drum sets, no, with filled with water, no, you get a Hello Kitty enlarged Pez dispenser
I mean, you're driving on the bike.
that takes you down.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Here's the one thing that I gotta say. Obviously we were pretty entertained by the trailer, but the one thing I gotta say, when folks first said, "All right, well, Ant-Man, who the fuck is that?" The first, that's what it was, and then Ant-Man came out, and then afterwards, a lot of people were saying, "It was like, well, is there enough to the guy to go ahead and make 2 more entertaining movies?" Well, here's the thing: if you have genuinely creative folks running the movies and doing stuff, just like what you saw in the trailer, yeah, you can. You can. You really easily can.
You know, I was really happy to see them playing with the big and small idea of everything. Throwing that what was that little bike underneath that car and blowing it up to the normal size? I mean, that's just pure genius. Playing with big and small the way they were doing it interchangeably. That's brilliant.
One of the things also that's kind of cool with this particular one is that, guess what? Since we're already past the backstory of everybody, they could just jump into wherever the storylines are actually heading up at that point. yeah, obviously, there's going to be fallout from things that happened during Civil War, and the thing that's curious that I know all of us are probably thinking about is that this movie comes out after Infinity War, so they're going to have to be really, really careful about the sort of things that they go ahead and that they reveal in these trailers going forward. Otherwise, they could potentially spoil things for that movie, you know. So I mean, there's if you're somebody who's out there who's watching is like, all right, well, I already know what happens in the movie. No, you don't. No,
Well,
you don't.
See, the same thing was said by us earlier, you know, about Spider-Man Homecoming. We were worried. We were watching the trailer. We were like, I know the whole plot of the movie. But then when we watched Homecoming, like, wait a minute, that didn't give away as much as we thought it did. It gave away a little bit, just enough to whet your interest.
Well,
and that's it.
I think it gave away the yacht scene, or excuse me, the ferry scene with Tony Stark and Iron Man. They could have saved that for the movie, and that could have been a really big movie beat if they went ahead and they saved that. But as far as that all goes, the one thing about the Spider-Man Homecoming trailers is that those were actually cut by the folks over there at Sony and not the guys at Marvel. So there's
True. You're right.
They've got a little different rhythm and style with the way they go ahead and do things like that. Theme, we've been hogging up the time. What are your thoughts on what you just saw, sir?
I love the fact that the whole cast from the first movie has returned, and then they're expanding on that. You know, so hell, having that been said, yes, it takes place after Civil War, and I mean, you saw the flashbacks, you saw him on house arrest, you saw the FBI raiding his fucking place. But Wasp, can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see her in action. I mean, we just saw a little glimpse of her doing some improbable shit. But I like the trailer. Release the movie, bring it out, let's go see it. That's pretty much it. And after the Infinity War, again, I agree with Reverend. They're going to have to be very careful here, because Ant-Man wasn't even in the trailer for Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
house arrest during that time. It's like, fuck.
Well, what I want to do is I want to play on what you just said, simply because at the end of was it Civil Wars when the government actually went after the superheroes that didn't sign that document?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would think that all that is happening, that Ant-Man went on, because he obviously sided with Captain America that time, that he actually had house arrest. That's why he had house arrest, was because of that, because the direct result of that.
No, wait. Look at the others that were in Infinity War that was caught. You know, Scarlet Witch, Falcon.
Yeah.
The only one that like Hawkeye, he wasn't in sight, but just about everybody else,
I think what's going to happen, if I'm going to make an educated guess here, is that what's going to happen is that according to the folks over there at Marvel, Kevin Feige has said that after Avengers Infinity War, the tone of a lot of the things are going to change, because there's obviously going to be a change in the landscape. I think what's going to happen is that because of the dire situation of Thanos actually being on Earth with all of the heroes showing up, the government is going to, in a way, go ahead and pardon the reappearing Avengers and say, okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna recognize the fact that you had a hand in saving the Earth, but they're not just gonna let them run out free. They're gonna say, you guys have your freedom, but we're keeping tabs on you. There's no fucking way that we're gonna let any of you guys with all of these, metahuman superpowers, the ability to just run around unchecked. Because guess what? That was the whole point of that particular movie.
Well, I mean, what kind of collateral damage do you think that's going to happen? I'm not talking about civilians. I'm talking about like cities. I mean, Thanos coming through the damn portal. That's some serious shit. So I have to agree with what you're saying is that the government's going to have to, okay, we will overlook what you did during Civil War and the Avengers movie when you were saving us from a rogue robot.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we'll overlook that, but you got to understand that we are going to be watching you 100%. But I think that the government's going to try to stop Thanos. They'll be like, whoa, he's too much for us to handle. Call in the big boys. Call in the superheroes.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's actually part of the Accords, but I don't want to go ahead and muddle this conversation up too much with like trying to sit there and throw around geek theory about like what's going to happen with Infinity War, because like I said, the one thing that I know that they're really trying to avoid is anything that can act as any sort of incidental spoiler with any of the trailers coming out for Ant-Man. Because anything, you know, it's going to be coming out like just a few months after Civil War hits, or excuse me, not Civil War, but Infinity War hits. So the thing about it is that they don't want to sit there and say, okay, we don't want to give away huge plot points on accident. So
it's not like they showed It's not like they showed all sorts of other heroes involved in this.
Yeah. Well, one thing that I did notice is that looking through the comments was that people were trying to say that the actress that's going to play, I can't remember her name off the top of my head right now. What isn't it? Is it Angelina Jolie?
No, Evangeline Lilly.
There you go. They actually changed the actress, but no, she just grew her hair out, and so there was already haters at the very beginning. And actually, I think they picked the perfect actress for this, for the Wasp. I mean, it fits. It really does.
I think the only thing that kind of bugs me, that really, really bugs me, if I were to go ahead and point something out, is that I was hoping that the Wasp outfit would have much brighter yellows as far as the highlights go to it. Okay.
I don't think that's going to be a problem. Once we see the movie, I think it's going to be, I'll be in there. This is just the non-spoiler version, you know?
No, seeing it in action and everything else, it does look a lot better in action on screen than it does in a lot of the still pictures. Because the one thing that kind of bugged me when I first saw the first still picture that they released out for the costumes like 2 or 3 weeks ago was the lack of yellow on her suit. All right, it's just she's called the Wasp. Why doesn't she have the doesn't she have the color scheme? All right, maybe they didn't want to go ahead and make it too close to Yellow Jacket. Okay, which I understand. But guess what? A Yellow Jacket is a Wasp also. But I don't know. The one thing that I think
would have been like, oh, she looks like a bumblebee.
Well, you know what they've already been complaining about. You know the controversy about her suit that people have already been complaining about, right?
What?
They after they released out the pictures of what she looked like in the suit, all right, folks took to Twitter, or at least somebody took to Twitter, and they're like, I'm ashamed that Marvel didn't notice this, but why is the Wasp running around with a big penis on her chest? Because that's what the design looks like.
Has any of these people seen what a wasp looks like?
No. Have you seen the design on her chest in the picture
Wait, look. If you got enough time to just penis on the fucking superhero costume, damn.
I really think that she's gonna have an alternate costume in this movie. This is like maybe that's the prototype that we saw. Later, towards the middle and the end, I think she's going to have her the costume that we recognize her in, through the other media. I think. I just think that that's not the set in stone outfit that she's going to be wearing.
No, it's the official outfit. It's definitely the official outfit. All right. In fact, as far as shots and everything else from other pictures and stuff from on set and all of that is definitely her actual outfit. Like I said, my thing was just the lack of yellow in it, and then a lot of other people, they took it the other way. They started complaining about how it looks like a penis design on her chest.
I'm sorry, I don't see that.
I just chatted out a link to you guys if you guys want to go ahead and check the Google image.
I don't see that. There's some people that want to find fault in everything. Unless it was outlined in that white, I would have never really thought of that.
To tell you the truth, now that I see it, I can't unsee it.
You can't unsee it, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
No,
all right.
If it would have had, if it would have been just colorful, bright, neon, Christmas lights. But wait, penises are supposed to go up. So no, I don't see that. I'm sorry. I see breasts and pointing it down to there, but I don't see dick. I don't see it.
So let me reel this back in before it gets too far. So what do you think of
maybe it looks like a womb and fallopian tubes.
Oh God, I tried.
Ovaries.
What so what do you guys think of her moves and stuff?
Now I can't unsee that. But that's more appropriate.
Yeah, just saying. All right.
You guys are terrible.
No, we're not. We're the middle-aged guys.
As far as it goes, I like the fact that they're setting her up. You know, ever since the first movie, it showed that as far as when it came to the suit and using the technology and everything else, she was the one who knew it better. All right, she was already trained and knew how to go ahead and handle things. So when it comes to her coming in and showing a little bit of girl power on this one, I'm not offended. All right, we've already set this up before. Okay, that look, as far as when it came to Ant-Man, the guy in the suit and everything, who was he trained by? He was trained by her. All right, now you've got her in the suit also. It's not like she's Master Roshi or anything like an 80-year-old man or anything like that. So we don't have to worry about running around doing like the ancient mystical master fucking trope. No, she's obviously a young healthy woman in her physical prime, and she's going ahead and she's able to do that stuff. So that part, guess what? I'm not offended by. All right, I've heard online a lot of people saying, "Oh, pushing the feminist agenda." No, look, this is all shit that's already been said before, anyways.
Well,
all right, so it doesn't.
The feminist agenda would have been just Wasp.
Yeah,
and then her slaying dudes and saying fuck dudes and dicks and cut off nuts. That would have been the feminist agenda.
Yep, running around with the womb and ovaries on her chest.
No, the feminist agenda wouldn't have had that. They would have had a dick with a knife going through it on her chest.
Oh, yeah. If that was the case, she would have gotten stabbed by one of those knives that were being thrown at her.
Exactly. So, again, no. Love the trailer. Release more trailers. Don't spoil too much. And then fucking bring it out so we can go see it.
Yeah. What about you, Green Mouse? What are your last thoughts to wrap it up?
I'm ready to go see the movie.
Yeah, and on that note too, also I am ready to see that movie. All ovary jokes aside, this particular trailer, like I said, it's a testament to the folks that finally we have somebody, a creative person with a mind for the characters, actually taking care of the movie properties and the movie adaptations that are going in and putting these things out. It's look. Here's the thing. If we had the same creative people in charge of movies like just 10 years ago, okay, you could just kind of think of like the type of comic book movies that we would be dealing with right now. Okay. I don't want to start another huge conversation on that, but look, part of the reason why the classic Superman worked, all right, Even
Oh,
though they had, even though they went ahead, they had a really limited amount to go ahead and work with as far as special effects and everything else, is because when Dick Donner went ahead and he was working with it, he was like, I've got to get the character of Superman right. Okay.
they did everything not to fuck that movie up.
Yeah, you know, and to tell you the truth, at the time, it was something like they spent like 50 or 70 million on that particular movie at the time, which was astra fucking nomical in comparison to, you know, if you adjust for inflation, that's like 180 million today, as far as production costs. So that was the very first, you know, big budget comic book movie that was ever put out. And thankfully, at that time, like I said, Richard Donner, Dick Donner, he sat there and he was like, look, no matter what the hell I do, I've got to make sure that I get Superman right. Okay. Now, subsequent movies that were made afterwards, yes, they went ahead and they did certain things that kind of, yeah, you know, Superman 3 and Superman 4 just kind of, you know, we'll go ahead and we'll keep those as footnotes and everything else. But, you know, that's that. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with anything like that now. Okay.
Yeah, because DC fucked up Superman so much that they're not going to do it anymore.
That's another video altogether. All right. But if you are with us, folks, and you've watched this particular the Antman and Wasp trailer, and you've seen it, what are your thoughts on it? We would like to know. You can go ahead and give us your thoughts by leaving us a comment below. All right. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on our particular reactions? Are we off base? Is there something that we're missing here? Maybe we could jump into the geek hole a little bit deeper. That sounds really dirty. Okay, no, maybe we could jump into that theory a little bit deeper. You know, you can always let us know by leaving us a comment below. We love reading them. While you're at it, if you like this particular reaction video, go ahead and hit that like button, you know, mash on it. If you didn't like it, you're free to go ahead and hit unlike. You know, there's nothing stopping you at all. And if you want to stick around and you want to check out whenever we go ahead and drop more videos out in the future, go ahead and I suggest you subscribe to this particular channel, turn on those notifications, and you'll know whenever we put out a new video, whether or not it's one of us by ourselves or another video with all of the middle-aged guys together. All right. With that, all of our bullshit on the Antman and Wasp official trailer ends right here. Thank you very much for watching, by the way. I am the Reverend.
The theme here.
And I'm Grey Mouse One.
All forms of entertainment has the right to exist, even if you don't like it. Credits.
Even if it has a big dick on its chest.